Hello and welcome back to the second episode of Everlasting Summer, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it has been quite a while, I think, almost a year actually, since I stopped doing YouTube. Stuff got busy in high school and all that, but all that besides, I think I'm starting to get back into it. So yes, this is a continuation of the first episode of Everlasting Summer, as requested by some of you guys, which, thanks by the way. I cannot guarantee a good Russian accent. I've stopped doing Russian accent for quite a while, so without further ado, let's get on to it. Let's see. At least, I managed to make it to the square. There was no Lenin on an armored car, although one could easily expect something like that after all this had happened. Instead, however, a monument to a certain comrade towered in the middle of the square. The letters on the pedestal read Genda. That's how Russian writes. I cannot read the Russian alphabet, confirmed. Must be some big figure in the party. There were some small benches at the sides. It's quite pleasant here. Where did that girl tell me to go? To the left or to the right? To the left, to the right. What accent am I doing? To the right. And why am I going there anyway? Ah, right. I've decided to pretend to be normal. So, to the right. Through a small grove. I came out at the pier. I must have taken a wrong turn. Hey, wrong way! Alligator? I turned towards the voice. The first girl stood before me. Wow. Hi there. Now, what did I tell you? Take a left at the square, wasn't it? She had changed from her pioneer uniform into a bikini. I can see that. Oh, I still haven't introduced myself. My name is Slavia. By the way, obligatory, apologies beforehand. If I pronounce any name wrong, I'm very sorry. Actually, my full name's Slaviana, but everyone calls me Slavia. So you can too. Yeah. I still felt a bit confused, so I could not come up with more meaningful answers. And what's your name? It felt like she could see right through me. Semyon. Nice to meet you, Semyon. Alright, I'm almost done here. Could you wait here a minute? I'm going to change and we'll go to Olga Dmitrievna together. Agreed? Agreed. After this exchange, she ran off. I sat on the pier and let my feet hang into the water. I was wearing heavy winter boots, but in such weather, there was nothing wrong in getting my feet wet. Furthermore, it let me cool myself a little. Looking at the river, I was brainstorming and processing everything that has happened. If this is some kind of conspiracy, it's a Viet Van, even too friendly at times. No, it really looks more like a random event. Some entirely incomprehensible random event. Am I French or am I Russian at this point? Shall we go? Slavia was standing beside me, dressed in the Pioneer Out uniform again. Let's go. Let's go! I've been here for a very short time, but of all the people I've met, she looks the least suspicious. However, this fact is already suspicious itself. We walked to the square. There's the The USSR girl and the girl who hit me on the back were there, chasing each other. Is that some kind of game they're playing? Ulyana, enough. Oh wait, this is the girl. Ulyana, enough running. I'll tell everything to Olga Dmitrievna. What a name. Aye aye, Captain. I decided not to question. I decided, fuck it, for a while about what was going on or the local residents. Better meet with this mysterious Olga Dmitrievna first. Sounds like she's the boss here. We walked past the rows of almost identical cabins, some of which looks like fat beer barrels, while others looked more like household sheds. I can see what he's getting at. Finally, Slavia stopped in front of a smallish one-story cabin. It looked like an artist's painting. The faded paint, chipping here and there with age, was sparkling in the sun. The window shutters, slightly ajar, were swaying almost unnoticeably in the wind, and huge lilac bushes were growing at the sides. I sound like I'm drunk, not like I'm Russian. Unless they're the same thing. It seemed as this ramshackle hut was drowning in a storm of purple silk, and the lilacs, like some elemental force, were inexorably destroying the troop leader's house. What are you standing around for? Let's go! Slavia snapped me out of my daydreaming. Why, thank you, Slavia. And stop teasing Lena already! Jesus, don't kill me. Lena? Sounds like there's someone inside. Indeed, a moment later, the door swung open and Ulyana ran out and dashed past with the same mischievous grin. The pig-tailed girl came out next. Don't let it bother you, Lena. So her name is Lena. God be thankful it's not Rena, at least. But I don't... Instead of finishing her sentence, she blushed and quickly headed towards the square. For some reason, I felt like turning and following her with my eyes, but Slavia said, "Come. Come. Welcome to the gun show." Inside, it looks something similar to what I'd imagined. 2 beds, a table, a couple of chairs, a simple carpet on the floor, a wardrobe. Nothing spatial, but at the same time it felt homelike and cozy, although this room was almost in the same state of disorder as my own flat. The girl standing near the window appeared to be about 25 years old. Nature had obviously gifted her with a pretty face and a good body. At least one thing can keep you happy in this pandemonium. The locals are beautiful. You're finally here. Excellent. My name is Olga Dmitrievna. I'm the camp leader. Nice to meet you. I'm Semyon. I decided to talk as if I wasn't surprised by anything that was going on. I also lost my Russian accent. She came closer. We've been expecting you since early morning. You've been expecting me? Yes, of course. And when does the next bus come? And why do you need it? Yeah, right. Why would I need it? Hahaha. Classic Russian joke. Am I right, comrades? Guess I shouldn't ask direct questions. The people here may react to them quite unlike how I'd prefer. And I doubt I'd get any answers. No reason, just curious. By the way, where are we exactly? Our mailing address, I mean? I wanted to send a letter to my parents to tell them I got here fine. For some reason, I had the desperate idea that if I played along, I would find something out. Oh, but your parents just called just half an hour ago. Sent their regards to you. Now that's a surprise. So, can I call them? Because I forgot to tell them something before I left. Now. She gave me a sweet, spontaneous smile. Why not? We don't have a phone here. Then how did the parents call you in the first place? Thank you, Semyon. Then how could my parents make a call to here? I've just come back from the district center town. I talked with them there. Ah, so that's how it is. And can I somehow get to the town? No. She kept the same smile. Why not? Because the next bus only comes in a week. I decided not to inquire how the troop leader managed to get there and back. I would get no answer anyway. All this time, Slavia was standing next to me and seemed to find nothing odd in our conversation. Oh, we need to find a uniform for you. I've got absolutely no desire to put on pioneer shorts or to wear the ridiculous red neckerchief. However, wearing winter clothes in summer isn't a great idea either. Right, thank you, comrade. I wonder if I'm the only one here who finds it strange that someone's wearing a coat and winter boots in such heat. Rightio, I'll be off then, and you can get yourself acquainted with the camp. Don't forget to come to dinner in the evening. I'm English. Bring some tea and biscuits. Having said that, she walked out of the cabin. No, walked is not the right word. She rushed out. Ooh, fishy. I ended up alone with Slavia. I must go too. Got things to do. Take a walk, look around the camp a bit. Take a hike. See you in the evening. Howdy. Good day, mate. If there is no threat or catch to this, then this reality as embodied by Slavia becomes more and more appealing. For the first time today, I realized that it was awfully hot here. Although, obviously, my winter clothes were to blame for that. I took off my coat and dropped it onto the bed. My pullover followed it, and I was now wearing only the shirt. Do you have your pants? Ah, that's much better. All I could do now was follow the advice and go look around the camp. I'll try to find something out in the meantime. I need water. Sponsored by H2O. Passing the local residential district, I saw a pioneer guy coming my way. A dude. And it was really a pioneer guy, not a pioneer girl. Apparently, there were men even in this kingdom of Amazons. Hello, you're new here. You must be Semyon, right? And how do you... Everyone knows already. I'm electronic, by the way. The real one. You can call me that. Wink. Electronic was a robot character appearing in a popular Soviet film and book series. He looked like an exact copy of a school kid called Sergei Chizkov. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Electronic. The real one. Things were going from crazy to completely insane. Alright. Juliana also calls me Cheesy. Cheesy? On toast? With mushrooms? Because my last name is Cheesekov. Ah. I see. Let me show you around. I accepted his offer, as it would have taken much longer to get to know this place alone. Fine, let's go. We ended up at the square again. As if this place was all there is to this camp. Lena was sitting on one of the benches, reading some book. Electronic confidently approached her. Hello, Lena. Meet the new guy, Semyon. Hey, Star Bristly. Hello. Well, you could say we've already met, in a way. Yes. She looked away from the book for a moment, glanced at me, blushed, and went back to reading, as if not noticing that we were still here. Alright, let's go on. I was at first surprised that meeting this girl was reduced to a couple of words, but then I thought that it was better that way. Electronic's vigorous activity did not fit well with Lena's shyness. Let's go. I am mixing Zarya's accent in Overwatch with my piano teacher's accent, and I'm very confused. Next we came to a building, which I instantly identified as a canteen. And this here... I know, this is where you consume organic food. Why would you call it organic food? Yeah, something like that. Except it's just food, man, it's not organic. It's just food, just call it food, damn it. On the canteen's porch stood the unfriendly girl who hit me on the back earlier. At the sight of her, my joking mood vanished in a blink of an eye. Really, now is not the best time to be pulling this guy's leg, even though he is quite hilarious. First, I need to figure out what here, or at least where I am. Her? Over there? That's Alisa Dvashevskaya. Alisa Dvashevskaya. Be careful around her. He spoke in a whisper. Dva means two in Russian. The whole nickname sounds exactly like Tuch in Russian, a reference to a late anonymous... Okay. Don't ever risk calling her Dvachin. She doesn't like that. What did you say? What did you call me? Oh, Electronic's dead. She must have heard him. In the blink of an eye, Alisa jumped down from the porch and dashed towards us. Alright, your man from here onwards. Electronic took to his heels. I think the smart option would be to run after him. I decided that I had no wish to come across this aggressive Alisa girl again and darted after Electronic. Running to the square, I lost sight of him. But Dvachevskaya wasn't chasing me either. However, I really should not risk calling her that. Even in my mind. After catching my breath, I wondered why I had reacted like that. Alright, she is a girl, an aggressive one. But why run away? Cause we are a pussy. That's why. Failing to find a good answer, I sat down on a bench and stared at the monument to Genda. Looks like I'll have to kill time alone, waiting for dinner. I decided to go east. At least in the direction where east would be in my world. Soon after, I found myself near a football pitch. A game was in full swing there. I guess watching it for a bit wouldn't do any harm. In my childhood and teen years, I was not a bad player myself, and even thought of going professional, but a few injuries in a row killed my desire to risk my health for the sake of uncertain chance in the game. Okay. Kids of different ages were running around the pitch. I could see a boy of about 10 and a girl of about 14 years old. A girl. Hey, that's Ulyana. Alright, so she plays football. What's so surprising? She seems a restless fan after all. I was standing quite far from the pitch, but she still noticed me. Hey you! Ulyana shouted. Wanna play? I did not know how to answer. On the one hand, running around for 10 minutes is no big deal. On the other hand, any wrong move in my situation could be my final one. But in any case, my attire wasn't suitable for this weather. If I played in winter boots and warm jeans, I would sweat like a pig. And playing barefoot and without jeans would be simply unethical. Maybe another time, alright? I shouted in response, turned around and walked back. See you later, alligator! I was followed by Ulviana's screams about my pants or about me being a pansy or something like that. Typical 14-year-old insults. Evening was falling, making me feel tired and empty after a day wasted with no real purpose. How sad. I came back to the square, sat down on the bench, and gave an exhausted sigh. I'd better sit here and wait for dinner. After all, it's easier to search for answers when you're not hungry. They do give food to the people here, right? You know, it's curious how the simplest human needs can break the view to ponder on things, to strive for something. For example, I feel hungry now, so I care much less about where I am or what is happening to me. Would great people also be affected by this? And in that case, how did Spartacus start the slave uprising in ancient times? I can only conclude that I am not a great person, and it does not really matter which mechanism I serve as again. Society, the Matrix, or Viet Pioneer Camp. My thoughts were interrupted by the sound of bells chiming from a loudspeaker on a light pole. It must be the dinner call, or else that really sucks. I headed towards the canteen. It was a good thing that now I knew where it was. Olga Dmitrievna was there, standing on the porch. I stopped and looked closely at her, as if I were expecting something. She looked back at me for a while, but at last came closer. Semyon, what are you waiting for? Come in already. Yes, nothing bad can happen if I go with her. My stomach backed me up here. Yes, food. The two of us went inside. The canteen looked like a canteen. I've had the chance to visit a factory canteen at some point in my life. This one was exactly the same, just maybe a bit cleaner and more modern. Metal chairs and tables, glazed tiles on the walls and on the floor, unsophisticated tableware with the occasional crack. Guess that's what a canteen in a pioneer camp is supposed to look like. Semyon, wait a moment. We'll find a place. We'll find you a... She doesn't have an accent. We'll find you a place to sit. Maybe I should just give a Cockney accent. We'll find you a place to sit. And I think that's where we're gonna stop this episode. We ran away from a girl because we're a pussy. And we made it to the canteen because we're hungry. So far, nothing meaningful has been accomplished in this entire day. I'd say that's a job well done, lads. Anyways, that's it for today, and I'll see you guys later. And yeah, actually, never mind that outro, because I have something to say. So the upload schedule is still gonna kind of be rough since I just got to coming back. As you can tell by that botched outro, I am terribly out of practice here. So yeah, so expect a video around the weekends, because that's where I'll be the most free. But I'm also gonna be moving to another country soon for studies and stuff, so the upload schedule may be somewhat inconsistent. But yeah, that's all the news I got for now. So anyways, bye guys, I'll see you next time. Please leave a like and do whatever you want, actually, if you enjoy it. And please do leave a comment if you think I can improve on anything at all in this video, because I would love to. Sometimes I can't nitpick all the time by myself, so if you guys could tell me what you want improved, it would be very helpful. And so yeah, bye for like the 5th time in this entire recording. Bye bye.